In the year 2013, most diseases will be eliminated. The first babies will be born in space. Personal freedom will be restricted, and all undesirables will be deported to the island of Los Angeles.
Welcome to L.A.
Kurt Russell.
Nobody draws until this hits the ground. You ready?
Escape from L.A.
Draw.
Rated R. Plan your escape. Friday, August 9th.
I give you the death of Snake Plissken!
For those of you who thought ultimate anti-hero Snake Plissken was already dead, I've got news for you. He's alive and kicking and punching and shooting his way into theaters one more time, all the while trying desperately to escape from L.A. Star Kurt Russell, director John Carpenter, and producer Deborah Hill have reunited 16 years after Escape from New York. This time, it's the year 2013, and Los Angeles is an island prison for all those deemed morally corrupt.
Action! This character, I mean, it's one that's been a favorite of both mine and Kurt, and we've always wanted to do a sequel because he's such a cool guy.
You got a problem with that?
Not only does Russell look almost exactly as he did back in the 1980 original, he even managed to squeeze into his old costume.
And it fit okay. I needed to do a little more working out to get it to fit right,
And though Snake sports a new high-tech stealth suit through most of the film and battles a whole new slew of villains, Carpenter assures us that this picture remains true to its predecessor.
Most of the audience has not seen the original film. They don't know who Snake is, so we have to reintroduce him to the world and say, here he is, as if the other one wasn't made. But at the same time, try to make it so that the fans of the first one will enjoy themselves.
Though Russell's $10 million salary was more than the entire budget of the first film, he claims it was really his love of the character that brought him back to the role.
It's almost like Snake was trained in everything there was. At some point, you'll have to hang glide. At some point, you'll have to surf. So today, boys, we're grab your boards. We're going to learn to surf a tsunami.
Let the front edge pick you up. Don't get on your board to go right to the top. Don't blow it. If you fall off the board, it's the big one now.
With the stunning Wilshire Boulevard tsunami sequence, compliments of Buena Vista Visual Effects, the filmmakers have redefined the term Surf City.
We found this sort of machine in Texas called the Wave Lock, and we were able to shoot that and do green screen, and it all kind of came together, all the water elements and everything. And I just think it's a really cool thing for this character to do, He's trapped, during an earthquake, on Wilshire Corridor, and the fastest way out is on a wave. That's only logical.
And though Snake manages to make his escapes look relatively effortless, working amid big special effects is not always fun and games.
I fly, so hang gliding was a lot of fun, difficult sequences to do because they're technically involved. You've shot some of it, you've got some of it yet to shoot. Those are long processes.
Who are you? I'm your president. I understand you got some domestic problems.
In the film, the United States is ruled by a morally superior, evil president. Is there perhaps a message Carpenter hopes the audience will take home with them during this election year?
Oh, it's a good time. I mean, I want them to have a good time in this. It's a ride, and I want them to think that what Snake does in the end, given his circumstances, is a fairly cool thing to do. It's pretty dark, but it's pretty cool.
There's no questioning Snake's coolness. Now the filmmakers hope Escape from L.A. is also cool enough to heat up the late summer box office.
And now, a special message. Say no to smoking. Say no to alcohol. Say no to red meat. Say no to rock music. Say no.
Your rules are really beginning to annoy me.
It takes more than big guns to save the world.
Hey, One-Eye! Call me Snake.
It takes the bad attitude.
Nobody draws until this hits the ground.
Kurt Russell. Escape from L.A. Rated R.
Draw.
Plan your escape. Friday, August 9th.
Welcome back to SF Vortex, everybody. Wait a minute, what happened on my desk? Oh, little problem here in space. No gravity. Got to get the guys to work on that. Escape from New York fans waited 15 years for the return of Snake Plissken. Oh, how is it possible? Well, the time has finally come. This weekend, we escape from L.A.
I give you the death of Snake
it just a minute. This isn't the sweet and innocent L.A. we all know and love. This L.A. is just downright nasty.
Once an American loses his or her citizenship, they are deported to this island of the damned, and they never come back.
That is, unless you're Snake Plissken, a.k.a. Kurt Russell, sent by the feds to retrieve a weapon of great power and destruction.
You go into L.A., bring back the black box, and you will receive a full pardon for every immoral act you have ever committed in the United States.
Sounds familiar.
I get that character. Snake Plissken has been one that I've had the opportunity to play. That's been my favorite. And that's after playing a lot of different characters. And ones that I've really enjoyed.
No. Nobody rolls into town and disrespects me. Not Snake Plissken, not nobody.
It's like a negative image of you know, he's a reverse flow of James Bond. There's nothing he can't figure out.
Hang on, Snake.
Design the film to be is a movie that stands on its own. In other words, if you've never seen the first film, it doesn't matter, because you understand who Snake is, you're introduced to him. But he's a kind of the guy we'd all like to be. He doesn't care about you, he doesn't care about me, he doesn't care about anything but staying alive for 60 seconds.
Some people think you're already dead, Snake. Some say you never will be. Because you may have survived Cleveland. You may have escaped from New York. But this is L.A., Vato.
It is a great ride, and it is a great escape.
No smoking. Hard hat required. Not an exit. Watch your step. Nobody. Stop.
Your rules are really beginning to annoy me. Call me Snake.
Kurt Russell.
What do you say we play a little Bangkok rules? Nobody draws until this hits the ground. Draw.
Escape from L.A.
Surf's up.
Rated R. Plan your escape Friday, August 9th.
Seems lots of folks want to escape from L.A. these days. Actually, now we're referring to the film of the same name, Escape from L.A. Fans made a getaway to Wednesday night's premiere, while the cast made a real Hollywood entrance.
The star of Escape from L.A., Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell and his main squeeze, Goldie Hawn, along with co-stars, arrived in style to promote the new sci-fi film, a sequel to the 1981 cult hit Escape from New York. And although Kurt's character has aged a bit, everyone agrees he's as tough as he ever was.
He's got a few more miles on him, and it's perfect, because he's supposed to be this, you know, kind of craggy, tough guy.
He's the same guy, same belligerent, angry man. Yeah.
It has great special effects in Kurt Russell, and how could you not miss it, you know? It's a great flick, and it's a very cult, you know, movie, and it won't let you down.
It's not a sociological kind of a statement. It's not an indication of what's going to happen in the future. It's just a visual romp.
It took him 6 months to get in shape for it, but he can still wear the same outfit he wore in 1981 for the Escape from New York film. Escape from L.A. opens Friday at theaters nationwide.
Escape from Kurt.
Hey, honey. Right, I gotta find my girl.
Kurt Russell got nervous when his longtime love, Goldie Hawn, disappeared at the Hollywood premiere of his latest movie, Escape from L.A. The two arrived together at the front of a motorcycle pack to celebrate the return of Kurt's patched alter ego, Snake Plissken. 16 years after Snake escaped from New York, the cast now has to deal with earthquake-ravaged California.
Oh, I don't know if the LA Chamber of Commerce is really real pleased with the Escape from LA.
And that's today's Celebrity Traffic Report. Meep, meep.
This is Entertainment Tonight for Thursday, August 8th, 1996. Hi, everybody. I'm Mary Hart.
And I'm Bob Goen.
From hero to anti-hero, from Tom Cruise to Snake Plissken. The premiere of Kurt Russell's Escape from L.A. knocked Hollywood on its ear last night, right from the moment when Kurt and Goldie roared up on two wheels. E.T.'s Chris Raggi was there as well.
It's a party!
I scream! He's so gorgeous!
Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn arrived by motorcycle, and Hollywood Boulevard was turned into a mini battleground for the premiere of Escape from L.A., the follow-up to the cult classic Escape from New York. You waited 15 years for the sequel. Are you as excited for this one as you were for the first one?
Yeah, I am. I hope people have fun with it.
You got a problem with that?
Kurt plays the legendary Snake Plissken, a man who just won't die. Kurt and Goldie's son Wyatt is also in the film. What are you more excited for, Kurt or Wyatt?
Oh, that's a tough question. I mean, it really is.
I'd say Wyatt, wouldn't you?
I'd say Wyatt, yeah.
A closely shaved Billy Zane and Escape fan Kelsey Grammer were among the guests.
You know what? I like the first one. That's why I'm here.
Escape from LA is full of action, loaded with car and motorcycle chases, and even has Kurt surfing a post-earthquake tidal wave down Wilshire Boulevard after the bad guys. After the screening, the real Snake Plissken and 2,000 of his guests poured onto Hollywood Boulevard for a wild party. Rubble, smoke, and deafening music completely stopped traffic for 2 blocks as sets from the movie were recreated on the Street of Stars. What did you think? Everybody's real fired up in there. They seem to love it.
They had a lot of fun. Yeah. So, they took it in the right spirit, I'm glad to see. You know, they had fun with the fun that we had with LA.
So is Escape from LA a surefire box office smash? He may be biased, but Kurt and Goldie's son Wyatt has an opinion. Quote, "This is the best movie I have ever seen." And I think he means it, Bob.
Yeah. He was in it?
Yeah, he was great. He had a small part, but Goldie's real proud of both of them.
He made it work. Thanks a lot, Chris.
Attention citizens. The United States Police Force requests your assistance in apprehending our most wanted fugitive. Eye patch, tattoo, trained in combat. Name, S.D. Plissken.
Call me Snake.
Kurt Russell.
Nobody draws until this hits the ground.
John Carpenter. Escape from LA.
Draw.
Rated R. Plan your escape Friday, August 9th.
Welcome back. Kurt Russell is on his way out, the hero of the Olympics. Kerry Strug is here, and stand-up comedian Wayne Fetterman. All righty, my first guest has been making movies for over 30 years. He's still one of the top box office stars in the world, and a nice guy. I like this guy. You know him from such hits as Tombstone, Backdraft, and Stargate. His latest film is John Carpenter's Escape from LA. It opens today, action movie, but all kinds of little inside jokes in it. Very cool movie. And for the first time in recorded memory that I ever heard, he is wearing a suit. You are in for a treat. Kurt Russell, ladies and gentlemen. Kurt Russell. Well, yes, sir, I would like to buy some term life insurance. How much is it?
I finally decided to wear a suit for you.
I'm very flattered because, you know, I see you around town. I know you're not a suit guy, and
We've been on the promotional tour for Escape from LA. This is the last thing I'm doing. And so
no, that's good.
Celebrate.
That's good. I like it because you had the leather pants in the movie.
Yeah.
The tightest leather. Was that actually? Was that? See, I thought they had just dyed your own skin.
Yeah,
Is that?
right. No, actually, that stuff's not leather. It's a weird kind of material because it was supposed to be stealth clothing, see, so you couldn't pick Snake up on heat detectors. And
the
Robin
heat from
Bush,
his pants could not be picked up. Right.
And Robin Bush made this stuff. It was a weird kind of material, kind of, I don't know, it had like lead in it and stuff. It was weird.
Good for you,
kind of
too.
strange.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And
I mean,
kind of an asbestos lining.
When they're that tight, are they hard to get on?
No, they moved real good, actually.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay. Let me ask you something else. Now, obviously, you watch the movie. The movie's 2 hours long, so I'm figuring at least 8 weeks of wearing that eye patch. Yeah. Right? I mean, do you find it disorienting? Is it strange?
The first 3-4 days is really, you get headaches, and it's really,
Oh,
I'd
really?
forgotten that. That was the one thing that I forgot about it. I said, you know, oh yeah, I can do this again. And about 2 days in, I thought, man, it's a big mistake. And you get used to it, and then you know, after a while, it doesn't bother you at all.
Well, because, you know, I like the film, because, you know, it's funny. I mean, it's an action film, but there's all these little inside jokes that you have to hear. The one about Happy Land, which I guess
Happy
is supposed
Kingdom
to
by
be,
the Sea?
Yes,
well, it was Disneyland. It went bankrupt. Paramount took it over. It went bankrupt.
In Paris, it went bankrupt. You hear all these little sort of jokes, which make me laugh.
The first movie had a lot of stuff in it like that, and so the second movie, we wanted to, you know, give the audience something that 3-4 viewings later they could pick up on.
You know, I'm trying to think. I've seen almost every film you've been in. I'm trying to think of a romantic, because you always play an action guy. Have you ever played a romantic lead?
What? I can't.
Well, you had that love scene with Stallone and
Yeah,
Tango
right.
and
There was
Cash.
that.
I remember that.
Tequila Sunrise.
Yeah,
That was kind of. At least he thought he was a romantic lead. The character.
Well,
in
yeah, I
Tequila
remember the
Sunrise.
first one I can think of. You know, I found a clip actually.
Oh,
thought
I
this
know. The first time I ever got. Well, really, the only romantic lead I ever really played was the Horse in the Gray Flannel Suit.
Horse
But you
in
don't
the
know.
gray
you
flannel
wouldn't.
suit.
No, you
yes, that's
wouldn't.
the one I have.
Jay.
That's the
Oh,
one I
you're
have.
kidding.
Yes, yes. This is you. What is this? About 1969?
Oh, I guess.
And this is you hitting on a woman.
A woman?
Circa 1969. Well, let's take a look. The Horse in the Gray Flannel Suit.
How about a movie tonight?
A movie? Me? I mean us?
And afterwards, maybe a pizza or something.
I really have to practice.
Well, let the horse practice.
Thanks, Ronnie, but I can't tonight, really.
Well, then how about Friday night?
Still doing it. You're very kind.
And I like the mole haircut.
Yeah,
Kind of the bowl thing. Right? Now, were you a smooth talker as a kid? Were you pretty good with women?
That
as a
wasn't
young
too
man?
bad. I didn't.
You got
spend a
Goldie
whole-
Hawn. That must
Well,
be
I was
all
got the one girl. I got the girl in the
Yeah,
end.
got the girl. Yeah.
But I didn't spend a whole lot of time.
Do you remember your first date? Because I was talking to somebody about this. Since you've been an actor since you've been, what, 4 or 5?
Well, I was 9 years old.
Okay, 9 years old. Was your first kiss a screen kiss or like every normal person kind of date?
I'll bet you it was a screen kiss. I don't remember. But I remember my first girlfriend. I remember my first sort of kiss. You know.
First sort of?
Well, it wasn't much of a kiss. It was, it was a peck on the cheek. I was pretty nervous. I was too nervous to hold her hand for like 5 months. I was pretty...
Now, who was that?
Gail Doherty.
Gail Doherty?
I wonder if Gail, Gail Doherty. Very,
I thought you were
really
going to say Helen Hayes or something.
Well, I was really, I was in the 8th grade, and I came back from doing a show, and so I went to public school, and I remember seeing this really cute girl, and then she stood up, and she was unbelievably short, and I was excited because I was about 4'10".
Oh, yeah.
And she was actually shorter than I was. So.
Oh, that's great.
that
Now,
was
where
a
is she
big- that
now?
was a big-
Have you heard
I
from
don't
her?
know.
Come on up! No, we don't have her. I'm sorry. Look at the look in your face. What a surprise! Let's get her out! Oh, my God, no!
That would be, yeah. I'd like that, actually. That'd be fun.
Did you ever want to do anything else besides act? Was there any other profession? Like
Just the two things I wanted to do were play ball and act. That was about it.
Did you ever? Oh, so you never played. Did you ever?
Played pro ball for 3 years.
You
minor
did?
league ball. Yeah, minor league ball.
Oh, okay. Which would you rather do? Let me ask you a question. Here you go. Here's one of these dope people. What would you rather do? Win the World Series or an Oscar?
No, World Series.
World Series?
Yeah. Well, you win a World Series, you're given an Oscar.
Oh, you win a World Series,
You're given an Oscar.
Oh, I'll say my screw up.
You know.
Let's talk about the movie a little bit here some more now. Now, there's one scene that they sent over, the surfing scene.
Oh, yeah. The movie is, geez, please have fun with it. It's not... Some people take this real serious.
But, I see some critics take it really... Because it's campy. I mean, it's action, but it is campy.
It's Escape from... It's taken from Escape from New York, where it was a maximum security prison. I mean, the setup is a joke.
Right.
And it's not... I mean, I didn't think it was too tough to get in, but
I love the fact that...
It goes all the way to where finally I'm surfing a tsunami.
I like that L.A. is like immoral. So all the immoral people of the world come to L.A.
There's two worlds. There's the theocratic world of the United States, which is total control, and then there's completely uncontrolled Los Angeles, which is,
So it's
anarchistic.
a true story, essentially.
Well, yeah, it's derived.
Well, let's show this scene. Now, this scene, this is where you're trying to catch the bad guys. You run into Peter Fonda.
He has Steve Buscemi plays this guy he thinks he's killed me.
Right.
And Peter Fonda is a guy who I ran into early on. Captain America is the first guy I saw when I got to L.A. He's an old surfer.
Here's a scene you will not believe. Take a look from Escape from L.A.
Bitchin', man. Okay. Let the front edge pick you up. Don't get on your board till you ride to the top. Don't blow it. If you fall off the board, it's the big one now. Got it? Woo! Hang on, Snake. Ow!
Gotta be kidding me.
like Frankie Avalon up there.
But see, that was the Pulp Fiction music, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So, I mean, all those
Steve
little...
Buscemi, yeah.
Now, how did they do that scene? Now, do you surf?
Very poorly. Well, as you can see, you know. There were two guys that surfed on a man-made wave in Texas, and then there was digital work, and then there was Peter and I on a surfboard, and then green screen behind us, you know.
So how many...
It's okay.
Special effects. So how many days is that? I mean, how many days is that you being just soaking wet in that surfboard?
I guess about 4 nights altogether.
4 nights. So 4 like 12-hour nights for like 3.5 minutes.
Right.
Just for a minute and a half.
Yeah, it's really
minute
quick.
and a half.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. Now, where are you off to tonight? You have a premiere?
Toronto. No, I'm going to back up to Canada. Yeah, I'm going there right now.
Well, listen, I'll let you go. I know you got a plane to get. Hey, thanks for coming.
It's
We
great
always
seeing
like
you.
having you.
It
Good
really
to see you,
is.
man. Thanks for wearing a suit. We're right back with Kerry Strug right after this. Kurt Russell.
The great quake of 2000 makes Los Angeles an island. Freedom is outlawed.
Your rules are really beginning to annoy me.
And only outlaws are free.
Hey, why?
Call me Snake.
Kurt Russell.
Nobody draws until this hits the ground. Draw.
Escape from L.A.
Surf's up.
Rated R. Plan your escape. Friday, August 9th.